Hey everybody, welcome back. This video, if you couldn't tell, maybe you can, maybe you can't, is all about the parameters and the settings for the DJI Spark in DJI Assistant 2 for the PC. It may work for the Mac too, I'm not entirely sure. But you'll notice at the top here, I've chosen some parameters that I thought would be interesting to work with. I did go through the entire list. I really only picked out the ones that I understood, or at least thought I did. And the bottom down here, and for the life of me, off the top of my head, I cannot remember the guy I got the values from, but he did a video on hacking the Spark for faster speeds. Uh, these are the values here in the first column, and the second column here are the default values that the Spark has. So if you change something, you at least know what you can go back to. So with these, I have the default value up top. The first column is what the default, and in here I have it for you people in the US that like it. I've converted it to imperial, so feet, yards, whatever. Uh, in this case, it's all feet, and tells you what the value range is and how it's measured, and a pretty brief description. As far as I could tell, they may have specific functions like enable disable ground sensing while flying. There's two of them. So config flying limit avoid ground enable, or user avoid ground enabled. I don't know what the difference is between this one and user or sport. I am guessing user and sport mode have to do with being in sport mode or being just in regular flight, and this one is probably, say, a complete enable or disable. So if you turn this to 0, both of these are 0 as well. Even if they're set as 1, they'll be disabled because this one is set to disable. I don't know. I will have to try that at some point. But yeah, here's a pretty basic list of what I figured out. And just to show you again, for those of you that didn't see the other video, we are in DJI Assistant 2. I have the Spark on sitting next to me. To go in here and close that. We're in. Okay. And it's all down here under parameters in this giant mess. So if you're wondering how to easily find something, go up here in the top where it says filter and type in a keyword. You don't have to type in the entire thing. So say we're going to do avoid ground. So avoid ground, and there's all, don't worry, you can't mess with anything that's below the word read only here. It's only the stuff that's up here. So config flying limit sport avoid ground enable. So we had this one, avoid ground enable, user, limit avoid ground and smart landing enable. I got a little confused on that one for some reason, so I omitted that one. But you can tell there's various things to change. So if you just want to do with avoid, here's your list now, and among other things. Now I will link to a text file that'll have all of this in it. It'll actually be hosted on my website. So I will put that in the description below. You guys can open it up and you can have copy paste ability. You can save it to your computer without having to pause the video and type it out by hand. So yeah, this is basically a separation. This stuff should be relatively safe. I mean, obviously fly safe. And down here is the DJI Spark Sport Mode Speed Hack that I found. And I probably won't try this. I really have no reason to be going over 30 miles an hour. I'm not going to push the Spark's hardware beyond what DJI had set it at. I really can't afford another one. In fact, I could barely afford this one. So putting this thing at risk is really not an option for me. But if you feel like you want to push the limits of it, go right ahead. This is the information for you. Hope you guys got a little bit of helpful information out of this. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.